This presentation opens with a simple but important idea. Canada's economic debate is only as strong as the public's understanding of the concepts behind it. Too often, complex macroeconomic ideas get turned into slogans or used as political weapons, leaving Canadians with narratives that sound compelling but have little connection to how the economy truly works. Here, we set the stage for a clearer, more accurate view of inflation, debt, deficits, productivity, interest rates, and the forces behind affordability. Is it true that some of Canada's most important macroeconomic concepts are routinely misunderstood, misrepresented, and distorted for political gain? Yes. The evidence shows that these distortions shape the public conversation in ways that obscure reality and weaken democratic debate. This presentation explores how and why these distortions happen, and what Canadians need to know to see through them. Inflation is often presented as something a single government can control, but the real picture is far more complex. Global supply chains, energy markets, corporate pricing decisions, and the independent actions of the Bank of Canada all play major roles. Political narratives that frame inflation as purely the result of federal decisions ignore international trends and mislead Canadians about the forces driving higher prices. Deficits and public debt frequently become political flashpoints, but the commentary around them often strips out essential context. Canada enters these conversations with one of the strongest net debt positions in the G7, and many deficits arise during economic shocks when governments must support workers and businesses. Claims of impending fiscal collapse rarely match the data, and such distortions make it harder for Canadians to evaluate real fiscal risks. Interest rates are another concept heavily distorted for political purposes. The Bank of Canada, not the Prime Minister or Cabinet, sets rates independently based on inflation, employment, and global trends. Yet political messaging often implies direct government influence. Such claims create confusion about accountability and undermine trust in the institution responsible for monetary stability. Canada's productivity challenge is real, but political narratives about its cause often miss the mark. Evidence consistently points to chronic underinvestment in machinery, technology, innovation, and competition. Yet political debate frequently attributes productivity problems to immigration or climate policy, oversimplifying an issue that requires investment, innovation, and long-term planning. Housing affordability in Canada is often explained through narrow or emotionally appealing narratives, but the real causes are structural and long-standing. Underbuilding over decades, restrictive zoning, slow permitting processes, and financialization play far larger roles than any single federal policy decision. Reducing the issue to immigration or federal politics alone obscures the deeper, multi-government, and market-driven dynamics behind the housing crisis. Canada's economic debate is shaped by misunderstandings that oversimplify complex realities. Inflation, deficits, interest rates, productivity, and housing are routinely reframed in ways that resonate politically but mislead the public. A better grasp of these fundamentals empowers Canadians to challenge inaccurate narratives, strengthens public policy dialogue, and supports a healthier democracy. The Bank of Canada provides authoritative explanations of monetary policy and interest rate decisions, clarifying the institution's independence. The Parliamentary Budget Officer offers nonpartisan analysis of federal spending, fiscal sustainability, and debt trends. Statistics Canada supplies verified inflation, price, and economic data that ground the discussion in national evidence. The OECD provides international comparisons that help Canadians understand the broader context behind fiscal and economic claims. CMHC contributes detailed research on housing supply, long-term shortages, and structural market challenges. Viewers can pause here to view the full citations and follow links to the source material. For more fact-based content about Canadian politics, democratic health, economic trends, and rhetorical analysis, the Facts for Canadians platforms offer ongoing resources and educational material. These outlets aim to strengthen public understanding, improve media literacy, and support evidence-based democratic engagement.